Well, hello everyone again. Welcome to Flying with Mike. This is Flight 2 for those of you on Twitch. And if you guys want to, from YouTube, come over to Twitch, watch us live. We'll love to. You'll see a link down in the About to come over to Twitch. And if you're in that area, in the More section of the stream information, you'll come into the Twitch channel. And then go down to About and you'll see our flight schedule. Either About or Schedule. One of the two will give you the same. All right, we are sitting in an odd place. But they actually do run cargo out of here, just like out of Heathrow. We're in London. Normally the cargo goes out of Stansted or for DHL, East Midlands. But Gatwick sounded fun. I actually had a whole different plan, but because of the trouble in Memphis last week with this plane, we switched and flew the Intercontinental, the passenger version of this aircraft, and instead of the freighter to Miami. So we're going to give it a try again. Now, rumor has it, this tail number, November 853 Golf Tango, last 747 to ever be built. And that was, what, last year? Year before? I can't remember how long ago. But it was not long ago. 747-8. I know a lot of us, like me, get confused and say -800. No, -8. It's weird. But anyway, hey, it's Boeing. What do you expect? Sorry, couldn't resist. Anyway, we are here at Gatwick, one of London's busier airports. They're all busy here in London. Come on, let's be real. And we're going to head over to Frankfurt. Now, I've been kind of chewing on this one. And that is that we're not going to fly on VATSIM. That I have decided. Out of respect for VATSIM, because of the troubles we had, there was a lot of troubles that we encountered coming out of Memphis. So I want to make sure we've got a better grip on the plane before. Kind of like I don't really want to put the 720, 707-100 on VATSIM until we figure out a couple things with that plane specifically. The up-down was really very difficult to control. And what I mean is in the autopilot. Now, granted, this aircraft really didn't have a great autopilot, let's say, to start with, but it was like non-existent. So I want to get that under control before we go back on VATSIM with it. Because I mean, the guy we would have had into San Bernardino was doing such a fantastic job. I really wish we could have. I really like when he's on. There's some things he does I don't like, but I get it. I get it. He's overwhelmed. I get that. So I kind of cut him a lot of slack. But I want to make sure I got a grasp of aircraft. I get a good flight in, one or two, then I'm good to go back on VATSIM. All right. So with that, let's take a look. So again, we're going from Gatwick here in London over to Frankfurt over in Germany, the main airport. It's actually used to be called Frankfurt, Main, before the change. I don't even know when that change happened, where they dropped it. Now, they don't have a huge cargo influx per se. Now, they have their own cargo Lufthansa, but outside of that, It's like London Heathrow. There's cargo that comes in, but not like that which goes into Stansted or up in Midlands. So, and Gatwick's kind of the same way, because this is it, folks. You're looking at the cargo area. Not much to it. Couple of heavies can park in here and so forth. So, all right, so let's get in here and let's see what kind of damage today we can do. Now, I got this load. Let me take a look before we brief from my FedEx outfit out of Stansted, or yeah, out of Stansted. Obviously, FedEx doesn't fly in here or London Heathrow, but they do go into Stansted. So I'm taking a load plan from there and putting it in here. Okay, just so you know where it comes from. Otherwise, we'd have gotten 260 something thousand pounds again. I am thoroughly convinced that plane was overweight. Just thoroughly convinced. That was just, oh, wow. We'll see. We're about 100,000 pounds lighter on this one. So we'll see. All right, so let's do that. Let's bring Sim Toolkit in, brief this out, and then we're going to start in roughly cold to dark. As you can tell, I have done a couple things, although you don't have to power the aircraft up, I found out. Well, no, we didn't power it up. So that's kind of odd. All right, hang on here. Let me just check something. That all looks good. All right, now it's not because of all of this ATC. Well, that's part of why I'm not. It's not fair to them that if I take off and crash into neighborhoods not far from here, over here, that's, that's just not right, because I don't know the plane well enough. So that's why. I'm one that does like that rule. Know your plane. And and that, and thankfully there was no controllers, no nothing last week in Memphis when we had all that trouble. All right, today's flight over to Frankfurt. 146,256 pounds going in the belly and underneath. Don't know how to load that, but anyway, 53,000 pounds of fuel. Cost index 80, and we're shooting for flight level 390 by NIVNU 23,000. Not really sure where that is in the grand scheme, but we'll work it out. You can see the routing. I'll put that in the chat for those that can see it. Oh, I didn't type it right. Now it'll type right. There we go. I don't know why it did that. Anyway, so there it is. 8 right is our departure. At least it's pointing us in the right direction. So, but we're going to come in on 7. I don't know about 7 left. I might shoot for the center. Yeah. Let's go 7 center or 7 right for. We'll take a look at what VATSIM's doing, if they even have something. Oh, they do. Okay, 7 left or 7 right. Okay. Cool. We'll go 7 right, work our way back to cargo. There isn't cargo anymore over on the other side, is there? I don't think so. We'll go to where I know. 2 spots I do know. Okay. Weather. Here in Gatwick, we'll go. You can be reading our ATIS from VATSIM. The big thing takeaway here for me, what's the transition level? 7,000. Okay. All right. If I do decide to use Flight Sim ATC, I like having that information. Okay. Temperature here, let's see, winds are out of the northeast at 13. So runway 8 is a good choice. 8 right, I think, is the longer. And the longest tax, no. Overcast 1,600 feet, temperature 7 degrees. For those of us in the States, that's 45 degrees. Not a bad day. You can see what we're doing. Broken, okay, and the ground is open. Departing aircraft make initial contact on this. Okay, acknowledge less. Yeah, they aren't saying much of anything. Oh, here we go. Runway in use, 8 right. Very first words. Man, I read, whoa. Anyway. Over in Frankfurt. Oh, their ATIS isn't up. That means they're not up. Winds also out of the north at 10. Overcast 2,100 feet, 4 degrees. So another beautiful run into there. Nothing significant, they say. Don't have a transition level, though. That I was kind of hoping for. But let's go ahead and get this thing ready to roll. Again, we're not going to do the pre-file. We're not going to be on VATSIM. The only way I might have, and it's way too early in the evening, is if nobody was online. And I mean controller-wise. So, all right, with all of that information, let's get started. Okay, now I've got these preset like before. Okay, wheel chocks are in. Doesn't save, it looks like. Okay, we got frame rates pretty decent for London. I hate to think if we went online how bad it would be. I'd like to see that. Hang on, let me just see. Are our yokes gone? Okay. Can Y bring them back? No. Okay. All right. So let's load. Oh, good. We're in pounds now. And I'll be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if it loaded us in kilos. All right, payload. I hate this system. Uh, 146, 2, and I just don't like that. Wish we could put the number in and go. I know they're all different, but that one is the absolute worst. Okay, so we got that taken care of. We're at 146, 2. How are we looking zero fuel weight? 20,000 pounds off. Holy mackerel. At least on the light side, but still, holy mackerel. I wonder what the difference in the empty weights are. Huh. Wow. All right, here comes the fuel at 50. $53, we'll put in 1 load. All right. Now, we got the aircraft loaded. Let's come over here and let's start our acceptance checklist. Circuit breakers are in, emergency equipment, utilities left and right on. Battery switch. Is it already on? How is that? Huh? Hang on, is there something over here that sets that up? Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we all learned something. You load up unless you click cold and dark, the battery is already on. Now that all makes sense. I was going to say, why is everything opening? I don't like these lights on, and I finally figured it out, but now I don't remember. Where were those map lights? Perfect. All right. Sorry, folks. I was really on and on. Okay, batteries on. Standby power to whoop, 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 over here. Okay. Hydraulic demands to off. Alternate gear and flaps, gear lever. Okay, that's here in the middle. Alternate flaps off, down, green light. Emergency lights guarded. Logo lights on. All right, bus ties in the auto position, disconnects in the on but off. Okay, everything's set, guarded, and ready. IRS. Oh my gosh. It was already in nav, so either I clicked the wrong button or something. EEC switches are in norm. Fire protection. Okay. Interrupt passenger oxygen, all good. And state trim FMC to be set. All right. Now there is a checklist, folks, if you want it. And one of these, it will give you the taxiway or a view. I'm not sure the map that comes with it, but you can get that put up. Okay, we're not waiting. FMC. AirNac, good. EGKK. EDDF. Activate. Execute. Okay. I thought we had that. All right, looks like we're going to load it. Okay, EGKK. Actually, I am going to go back to here, to here. All right, next page. Been a while since I've loaded a route, especially a European one. Let's go here, 8 right. Which one? ODV to Zulu. Okay. Yankee 3-1. DVR. What happened? What did I type? D R. What? And this is where things get kind of lopsided in. Okay. Uniform Lima 9. Oh my gosh. KONAN, right? UL 607. Boy, I remember the day you had to do this every flight, even if you were going Hong Kong to Amsterdam or London or Frankfurt. I did it many a times. I forget how many pages. T180. NIVNU. I don't know where that is on the map yet, but we'll look it up. NIV. Via T8847. Thankfully, we're almost there. IMCOM. I, not J, I. Okay, now let's go back to here into Frankfurt. Going 7, well, it doesn't matter technically, but I'm going to do 7 right. We're going to do it that much right. Switching over to 7 right. What do you mean not used? Oh boy. It says right here it's used. But because it's what? Well, we're coming in on it. Okay, so it's the ILS 7 right. I don't think we have a letter. Why am I not getting 7 right? There we go. GLS. This is weird. Try this. There it is. DF654. Wow, that took a lot. All right. Okay, first thing, I definitely want to check these routes out. Key 041017 ODVIK. Okay, good. Out to DVR KONAN and Coke. Ferdy, Boopel, Remba, Spy, Pesov, Tobob, NIVNU, Colvo, and then IMCOM here. Oh, our star did not get loaded. Now let's see. Ah, there we go. See, that's why I checked, folks. I'd hate to have found this out. Although going direct to 654 would have been pretty... 654? Would have been good. I mean, we don't have to do that little button hook, but still. And then 444, 654, we'll close that. Okay, and then where's the missed approach out to FKS? Ah, that's a new one. Okay, cool. All right, so we got the hard part done. Now we go to the initialization page. And what we learned last time, that little less than sign, if you click that, that loads that in. The reserve for today's flight is, drum roll, and for me a cough, 25 point, we'll call it 25. Altitude 390. Huh, wonder why it did that. Cost index 80. I don't know why it won't let me enter here. I really don't. Okay, we're going to do a takeoff 244. Climb 2, we'll climb 1. Takeoff 11.3. Next page, runway winds. Okay, 040, diagonal 14. Really? Why do we even have this page if I can't put anything? Flaps 10. How close? Take them. All right. They're faster, so we'll take them. There he is. Should get the plane airborne. All right. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead. Because it's going to take a little bit. I'm going to get that APU fired up. Part of me's thinking about not running this ACARS program. Looks like I won't. I somehow started it wrong. Uh-oh, what happened? The APU did not fire up. Why? Hmm, why is my APU not wanting to crank? Now I'm really confused. What did I forget? Huh. I'm not certain why the EPU is not starting. You know what? This is when I probably should have my butt watching this more. Hmm. I'm not even certain we can get the engine started without the APU. All right, I am baffled. Wait a minute. Ah, I turned the battery off. Okay. Why would I have done that? There she goes. Huh. Interesting. I'm kind of scaring myself. Okay. Note to everyone, make sure you check that battery switch. All right, that's a pretty good fire up. A little fast, but overall not bad. As soon as we're at 100%, APU's running. And all right, so let's head up here. Oh, I see what it does. It's automatic. Okay. APU. All right, so APU gens are on. I don't like that. That I don't like. I wish we could select that, but hey, at least it's working. All right, tail stand out. Okay, shipping papers, performance data, MCP. That is what we were trying to do to start with. 8 right is 077. Okay. Um, okay, I guess can't set the airspeed for some reason. No idea what I did, folks. Okay. At this rate, yeah, we'll have Europe shut down here in any time. Oh my goodness. Did I turn the APU on? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Only thing left to remove are the chocks. Let's just look around the plane. Everything appears closed. We're going to do this offline. Completely off. No ATC whatsoever, because there could be a lot of problems. All right, so let's call better pushback. Give them a try one more time.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Now, last time we used better pushback, we ended up in hangars. That would have been here in Memphis, so I would expect out in here. We'll see if it does a better job.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Clear to connect. And for anyone interested, I have decided to open up the chat room there on our Discord channel. Feel free if you want to come in. Yeah, it's been a challenge so far.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
No. No. Want to watch this. That's where the look, he's not turning. May have to use on board for this one.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. Wonder.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Try something next time to see if it works. Okay. Let's head up here. Okay, so what it's saying to do here, folks, in case you're not aware, turn them on. Okay.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, there he is with the pins. Again, we're taking our time, making lots of mistakes. That's why we're not using ATC on X-Plane or VATSIM to make these mistakes, potentially crash again, and go through all the motions. Okay. Just waiting for him to stabilize. Now I'm going to try a 2-engine start. Okay, they're working their way up. Good, we can do that. All right, let me kind of, while we're waiting on this, see who's all out here. Again, my apologies. This is a lot longer than I had anticipated. Although really, we're still within our usual hour to get out of the blocks. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Okay, after engine ignition, we don't have that. APU off, packs on or normal. Okay. Bleeds are on. My bad. I thought that meant they were on. Anti-ice, recall, flight controls, flaps. All right. What was our flaps setting anyway? You know what? I think I said 10. 10 degrees it was. Okay. There's 10. Verify. Flaps 10. All right, taxi will be here in a moment. Let's just make sure hydraulics are on auto. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. Although I don't have any documentation to back up my theory. Folks, this was a plane I flew. If Hawker 125 was in the house, he'd back it up. I flew this plane religiously, the PMDG 400. And with FSX, and I knew this plane inside out. There wasn't really a lot to it I couldn't either figure out or make work. All right, we're taxiing out to a run, and it's kind of having some struggles, and I may have to reach out to someone to see where I'm misfiring at, because you're going to find this funny. I threw away all my documentation. Well, a 747-400 is not the same as a -200. So, and I was flying a lot of the 200. And I got quite a few amount of hours in the PMDG back in FSX. So yeah, that's where I'm a little not happy with myself that I don't remember, but then I also get it. That's a long time ago. Now, the tutorial you were asking about, and I don't remember the gentleman's name or lady, it's coming once I've got a get myself back into this aircraft. I'm kind of glad I wasn't able to start ACARs. Whole litany of reasons, but mainly because if we crash, yeah, we'll have. So I did not think I started it as an administrator, but I guess I did. All right, but the nice thing is when you fly this way, folks, with no ATC, you can dedicate all the time you need to figure things out. Don't rush to the taxi. Take your time. Trim 8.3. Okay. So I think we're ready for takeoff. Okay. Now, am I going to give pros and cons right now? My cons are the pilot is very green in this aircraft. And by the way, when I came over to X-Plane Sparks 43's project, I flew his plane quite a bit. His cockpit is very similar to this one. However, there are 400, I was able to get myself through it. This one, not so much. Oh, wow. This is definitely an interesting airport. It's been ages. I thought it was like the busiest single runway out there, but boy, I'm wrong. There's two. So, unless they've added the second runway since. And I'm going to use it all. I would be foolish not to. Now, we did get the Intercontinental to fly. We did the entire flight to Miami from FedEx headquarters. We flew 200, 300 people down there. So we had a pretty good load. We just didn't have the 260,000 pounds, which I really think now looking at it, I think we were massively overweight. But the proof will be in the pudding here. All right, Gatwick traffic, polar. 572 heavy, departing 8 left. All right, let's do our checks. Okay, before takeoff, MCP is set. Clocks, we'll be getting them running. Transponder, Terra. And by the way, none of this works on the middle FMC, your ACAR unit. None of it works. So don't be expecting it. It's kind of a bummer. Hang on, I just noticed something. There we go. Wow, I did not know. Okay, VAT simmers using this plane, make sure your client, I'm using XPilot, I'm not sure of any others for this aircraft to VAT sim. Make sure the green, here, let me just bring it in real quick. Again, who's going to hit us? Green mode C, TX, RX, RX, and you have the guard channel. How to get that is click VHF, click this button, and that'll make sure you have VHF R, and that'll get you going. Wow, I did not know that. This one should be data, and it's not. So there are some issues. Let's get going, though. Let's get our flight director on. Maybe, hang on, stop. What the hell? Oh my gosh, there we go. I don't know what's wrong with the click spots here. If that's a X-plane or what. Okay, here we go. Everything's stable. Let's get her up to 50% release brakes. I don't know if there's a toga.
Knots.
Whoa. The brakes set again. I don't know what's causing that. All right, let's see what happened. Now, since we don't have any traffic, we got flaps at 10, trim set. I'm just going to back taxi and go. Clear for takeoff, 8 left. We'll try it again.
Knots.
Don't like the takeoff characteristics of this thing.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Hey, I think we're doing better. Well, maybe. It's still dropping. So there it goes, catching up. So one of the keys is keep the auto brake off. That or slam them to the floorboard with the throttles. All right, getting the flaps up. That's better than we did last time. Boy, there's a lot to this plane that doesn't make sense. But she's doing a good job now. All right, well, took us, what, an hour and 20 minutes to get out of Gatwick, but we made it. We're climbing under VNAV. All right, folks, we're airborne. Amazing. We made it somehow. Think we call that a wing and a prayer. Still confused greatly over the rejecting takeoffs. Okay, that'll work. All right. How far out do we got to go before we get to clear to climb? ODVIK. Okay. Okay, in about 3 miles, we should, and I'm letting it fly, get the call to climb. All right. Initially, if I was to give this aircraft marks, this I don't flat out understand. And I wish documentation was there for it. That's my biggest complaint is this EFB. But since that's all we have, we can't change it. They probably won't. You know, it is what it is. I think it's very cumbersome. There goes the climb. But like all aircraft, we'll adjust. Not a huge, but that is one of the big down things I see. 2, documentation. There are many things going on. A checklist would be great. Now, I'm using one for a 400, so there are things being called for that a Dash 8 may not have. Case in point, I'll give you some things that I'm called to in this checklist that I don't think the Dash 8 has. And it's right up in here. You Dash 400 guys know where I'm aiming. The auto start isn't there, which I think that is a Dash 8 thing. The ignition system where we set it to the different settings, that is not here. If it is, I'd sure love to know where it's hiding. Again, I think the documentation is weak there, but pretty weak. It would really behoove companies that go for aircraft of the complexity of this, maybe to come up with their own tutorial. Right or wrong, at least it gets us going in the right way. Now, the big problem I have with this plane is that rejected takeoff. Why? Either it's too sensitive or what, I don't know. But that is annoying as you know what. Also, weights. But I would love to find out what your empty weight is. But aside from that, how heavy can we go? Not how low can we go, because we saw me crash it last week. But really, what's really max gross? And max gross, not so much as max zero fuel weight. I don't think your zero fuel weight max equals. So anyway, that's the things I'm seeing here. Now, overall, this is a pretty good aircraft. Is it worth the money? You're going to have to be the judge on that. I don't know if I'm having beta 3 or 4 is what we're in, issues on top of this thing that aren't playing nice. The same ones that made the 707 yesterday a handful to fly. I don't know. But overall, I think they've got a pretty good product here. And I think overall, just a little bit. Now, I get it. You're not doing anything here in the radar section. I get that. I don't think I would too as a developer. Because when the next version is the rumored version, the radars that we've seen videos on come alive. I get it. I get it. You're waiting to see what they're going to do. So overall, I think it's a pretty good, buy for your buck. A good aircraft for the buck is, $80 is quite a bit. So I get it. I got it on sale. I don't know if that sale is still running, but that's where I think I'd look for it, is if you want this kind of aircraft, you want the 747-8, I'd look for it on sale. And I could be over exaggerated. My apologies, SSG, if I set it too high on the price. Might be lower. I got it on sale, so I can't even, go there. So, but anyway, folks, great time, great flight ahead. We're doing a simple over to Europe, and then later this week, to be specific, we are planning, Saturday, no, Friday. Excuse me. I'm not sleeping well again, so pardon me there, folks. Bogota to Miami in the 747-200. You all were here before the last time we flew the 747-200 out of there. High altitude operations, and that plane is a mother to get started, and it's fun. You gotta, if I can remember how to do it, it's a challenge, and that's why I've been working to get the airplanes back in play so we can have some of these challenging streams. Tell your friends, that'll be Friday. Tomorrow, we're out of Harrisburg to Sanford, and San Francisco to Phoenix, and then Thursday, Moncton to Montreal. So hope you all can see all of that. And we're on our way to 39,000 feet. I will be right back. Oh, perfect timing, folks. All right. Never know how long that song drags that chord out. We are on our way. It looks like level at 39,000. Headed to Frankfurt. ETA just under 30 minutes. So let's get over here, get on, see what our top of descent looks like. Okay, 75 miles. So let's do something here. Let's try this. IMCOM at 24,000. That's, yeah, there's some stuff missing here. Yeah, some of this doesn't make sense. All right, well, let's get set up. Freddie is where we're at. Birdie, sorry, I called it Freddie. And we're inbound. Hope you all are enjoying. I know somebody that would have loved this flight, but I get it. You know, you can't always, what the? Try that again. All right, there we go. Holy mackerel, 19 emails. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hang on, I'm going through all my emails here, folks. I do apologize. Okay, I got that twice. Honestly, I only have one channel. All right, I'll look at those later. Okay, all caught up. So welcome in, folks, about 30 minutes from now. What? Oh, UTC 12. Okay. We'll be into Frankfurter I believe top of descent 40 miles out. Let me look at my arrival. Konia ICOM 24 to 21. Oh, we have weather. Well, how about that? I'm impressed. I didn't know that. Okay, 21. We're about 38 miles, so cool. How about that? We have some weather showing up. Very cool. Any of this work? You know what? Let's not screw with it. I like that it's showing up. And of course, it's going to be red and growing. The blob. All right, but anyway, we're inbound. I'm glad you all are here. It's been a challenge, this plane, just like it was last time. A huge challenge last time. I truly, truly, truly believe it was overweight. And a little bit of the proof's in the pudding on this departure, but that rejection of the takeoff, that I don't get what it's doing. I really don't. So hopefully we can work through that. All right, let's begin our descent. Shall we? Will that do it? Wow, look at this cell. Holy mackerel. Okay, so early descent, look for descent now, use it to come down. Okay. And, oh, another thing not showing up. The descent bar over here. And I don't know if, oh, is this, no, that's, I don't know what this is. Yeah. So there's there's some things we got to get used to. I don't know if the 7.4 actually had that now that I think about it. Would think it would, but. All right, well, got a little cell here. By the way, is that in real life there? Not really. Yep, tower and ground are up. Both ends of the route. We'll stay offline. I'm still very nervous with this plane. Okay, there's the actual top of descent. We're going to continue down at 1,000 feet a minute till and it's beginning to fade. That's great. That's awesome. All right, well, I don't know if that was real or not, folks, but that was cool. We had a good cell in front of us. So let's get ready for the arrival. This is when I wish we had a good 747 pilot 400, 800, or dash 8, and could help with some of the trickery going on here. Oh, we'll figure it out though, folks. We got plenty of flights to do it in, and we'll figure it out. Enjoy the ride. All right, we should begin a pretty good descent at this point. It's still taking its time. That's cool. We'll work with it. All right, let's see what the numbers come out to. 145 VREF. Perfect. I think we're going to have to start this. Well, let's take a look. Well, we're in the 20s, so I'm going to remain hopeful. I don't think we're going to make the 21 that I want, but that'll put us at least in the groove for the rest. And although I do not see, let's we'll keep it managed for now. Well, it's gonna make it, I think. Actually, wow, we are pretty right on track. Cool. Right, remember, it's 24 to 21. All right. Sorry, folks, I talk to myself a lot. Hopefully, it gets out to you and you understand what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, it's kind of working out. Okay, now, there's the descent thing I was looking for right there. Why did it take so long? Couple of things on here seem to take a while to show up. All right. I hope y'all are enjoying. It's a learning video, this one. We're all learning. Some of you are going, yeah, I know this. Well, great. Share. That's what we're trying to do here. I do plan to try to figure out how to do a pretty good tutorial here. We're getting right where we pretty much wanted to be on the altitudes. Okay, now it's steepening. There we go. Okay, do we have speed restrictions? Good. It's actually looking like we're going to hit it right. Cool. Temperature -10, so let's get some anti-ice going. Yep, wing and engine are on. How can you tell? All right, if you look at this, engine anti-ice, wing anti-ice, EAI, engine anti-ice, WAI, wing. So we just want to be safe going through clouds to make sure we don't ice up. Soon as we have this plane maybe learned, there could be a long flight in the works for it. Let's see. Do we by chance? See. You know what? I can probably better suit it over here. Okay, transition 6,000. Flock of birds. Okay. Overcast 22. Okay, we'll get that in a minute, but we are still 7 right, 7 left. And expect vectoring. And okay, wind 020 at 12. So yeah, definitely headed into the 7s. Well, actually, we're headed into the cloud, but we're going to go ahead and fly the racetrack out. That way we can get descended better for the approach. I figure we're going to be in the soup here pretty much all the way till we're halfway down the glide slope to the airport. Ooh, that looks creepy. Oh, here's one that'll really... Oh. Wasn't expecting that one, obviously. Altimeter. Let me get the METAR. 1028. Okay. Cool. And let's go ahead, set the speed. Oh, that's nice. We broke out. Let's see how that looks. Very, wow, look at those clouds. Wow. Okay, that's worthy. All right, we're at 240, lining up here at 11,000. As soon as we get stable, I'm going to begin a descent to 5,000. What is the ILS? Okay, we're in the racetrack. That's what I call this. Oh, I love it. It's telling me there's traffic when there's no traffic. That's pretty good. Now, so far, the A330-900 from Tolis, that one, I really like what they've done. Okay, we're 230. Lights are on. Hang on, let's get caught up here. Set them to 3. Approach briefing complete. Transition level. And see here it says ignitions to continuous. Problem is we don't have those, and if I remember right, they were buttons. And we don't have that, so I don't know the equivalent in this plane. I'm looking. I just don't know what that equivalent would be. And I don't, oh, I have turned those cross feeds off before. Okay. Yeah, it's 2 and 3, or 2 and 3? Yeah, 2 and 3. You can't. Okay, there's 8,000. And then I'm going to, on the next leg, drop us down to 6,000, 5,000. And then we'll make the turn and just hold till we grab the ILS. Of course, ATC would have a lot difference to say to us. $8,000. That's interesting. Thought so. All right, we've got about halfway through, and then we just got to swing around for the ILS. Let me do a quick rad nav. 1095 FSC 66. Okay, we're set. We're preset. Just didn't like that it didn't show up.
Houston, we have a problem.
Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Go ahead and call Cape Canaveral on it. What up, dude?
I can't hear you in Discord, buddy. I don't know what's. Is that me or you?
Stand by.
Oh, that's me. My bad. Hold on.
You got to pull that mic out of your.
Oh, okay. No, for some reason the outbound source was my earbud. I don't know why.
Hey, you know you're gonna have to hire better help. Oh
Yeah.
wait, you did
So
that.
oh yeah. So I don't know what it is, but I can't fly for American Air Force anymore. Did I get kicked out?
No idea. I just gave a PIREP.
Because I had to re-download the the ACARs, and I can't find this.
Uh-oh. It was just on yesterday, yeah. I will look into it as soon as I
Okay,
hit the ground.
Says welcome. Yeah, well, do I need to do it on my own or with the community when I'm flying?
What do you mean?
Because they upgraded the ACARs 3.
Oh, did
Some
they?
ACARs, yeah.
Well, how the heck did I get through, or did that just happen today?
It must have just happened last night when I was down after yeah.
I don't see any NOTAMs on the website.
Because when you download it, you download ACARs 3.
All right, let me hit their Discord channel.
And I'm not even in their Discord anymore. I don't even know that either. Or am I?
I see you in there.
Hold on. Why can't I find it? This is weird. I'm in too many Discords.
I don't see anything saying that we're on 3.
Well, I downloaded.
But I
went
know
to
it's coming.
Well, it's here.
Pilots. All right, where are you? What was your number?
63, I think.
You are active cadet, 25 flights.
Yeah, and I can't find it. I can't. Oh wait, nope, that's not it. Where is it?
Where's what?
Oh, there it is, hiding. Okay.
Yeah, I show you still up here.
Okay. Can you ping somebody, ask them for what I need to get the ACARs we're using, because I was going to do a flight last night and I could, and when I went to download it, it said nope, we're in Sim ACARs 3, and I'm like, oh well, that ought to be fun. So. I got Taco Bell finally coming. Thank you very much.
Boy, you're the only one to ever say that.
Well, I haven't had Taco Bell in eons, so.
Oh, wait, that ain't gonna work. Let's just do localizer. Let me concentrate on the flight here, since we're final.
What does EETC mean?
AET, that's the training wing.
Oh God. Where are you flying to, by the way?
Coming into Frankfurt, and I had the localizer, and now I've somehow lost it.
Mike, you've lost it a long time ago, but
That's
anyway.
true.
Let me put it this way: anytime someone hits that go live button on their OBS or their broadcaster, they've lost it.
True. Okay, I am coming down to 4,000 now, because I may have to do this myself. Did Oh, okay, we're localizer, but we still don't have a glide slope. Oh, you found it.
Found the Discord, yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I forgot what the icon was for it. I'm in so many Discords, Mike. It's not even.
I can only be in so many before it says. Ah.
Well, I had Turbo or whatever it was. So
You had what?
I had this thing called Turbo.
Oh, yeah, I saw it advertised for the first time.
Yeah.
Still not sure if I like this plane or not. All right, there's localizer on track. Roger, clear to land. Runway 7 left. Whatever the heck I am. Are you having troubles with dials and all in this? I don't know if you fly aircraft that do that a lot, use dials.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like for scrolling for your vertical speeds or stuff like that? Or having trouble finding the
Zebo?
click spots?
In the Zebo, you mean?
Any of them. I haven't tried
sometimes I do.
Zebo yet.
Sometimes I have.
Because yesterday's flight was a nightmare in the 707.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's the 707.
Well, usually I don't have troubles with it. That's one of those things our fearless leader, Spaceman, wants me flying.
Because you didn't want brave enough to fly it.
I mean, I'll fly it if I can get the vertical speed on the autopilot to work. And then trim. That was the other trouble. All right, how far out are we? This is where I'm kind of oh, there it is up top. I'm used to looking down on the lower left of the gauge. It's up on the upper left, upper center. You know, that'll be the second virtual outfit I'm with that I'll have multiple logins on an
Mm-hmm.
ACAR system. If we are on 3.
Yeah.
I think 2 works still, but it's about to sunset.
Yeah, it is sunsetting. It is sunsetting.
Because Mac Air went and I couldn't thankfully fly this flight for Mac Air because an issue I'm having with it that I've got to figure out. Takeoffs, if I don't turn the auto brake off,
Yeah.
reject.
Oh, really?
And I don't know why. So anyway, how was your weekend? I didn't get a chance to talk with you yesterday since you were
It's
flying.
been all right. It was all right. Can't complain.
Good deal. Did I see you doing a sub-only flight or sub-chat-only flight or something like that?
When?
Last week? Maybe over the weekend? Okay.
That wasn't me. I don't. If it was an accident. I mean, I don't know. Gear go down, plane go down. No, what I was doing, well, I know what you're thinking. Last week I did I was working with, the heck's it called? Oh God, farm sim. I was saying I would, if you subbed, I would farm with you.
Ah, okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because I'm looking to get subs.
Yeah.
Because until something takes, if you didn't hear, my unemployment benefits ran out.
Oh no, that's not good.
So I'm trying to, while one of the jobs at the base declined me the first time, they canceled it, reopened it, email came to me about that, so I reapplied.
Oh,
so
yeah.
will they or will they not? I don't know.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna change my jacket because it's
I
cold
may
in my
be
apartment.
gone because we're working on dinner.
Okay, I'll be right back. If you're gone, you're gone. I'll be right
Yep.
back.
All right, folks, welcome back. We are short final, and yeah, a little bit of issues there, but overall it's working. And that issue with losing the localizer happens on many of the planes I fly, so I'm not overly critical of that. The only thing I am critical of is where the heck's the runway? Oh, there it is. Okay. No, on the display here. I'm trying to actually, I think I might use this view. Okay, we said 145. We're gonna keep it at 150. Okay, breaking out. Runway in sight. Okay, broke out at 2,000. Pretty good. Let's hit that caution button. All right. Okay, that guy from Airplane better put the plug back in. If you've never seen the movie Airplane, great movie. Oh, where are... Killed the lights. Man, I tell you, that guy. All right, Frankfurt traffic, what are we? Polar 572. We're about a 4 mile final for 7 left. Gear down, fully established. And as mentioned, folks, once we land, we'll get parked, go over the flight, and that'll be it for today, streaming-wise. Ooh, we're getting really fast. And tomorrow we'll have some good flights. Hope you enjoy them. All right, here we go. And I'll try to start the sim not as an administrator, so I get credit for it. Even though we had that reject, overall this would have been a good credit flight.
300.
Landing. Oh, I didn't. Did I set minimums?
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Well, that was pretty strong brakes. That wasn't a bad landing at all. Okay. Frankfurt ground, Polar 572 heavy to the cargo area. Roger, Mike 14, November to the cargo. Polar 742. Oh, this is the hard part. Now, let's see. How do we... Yeah, I've got to figure that out, because somehow, some way, there's a way to put up the airport. Yeah, we'll do a recap when we get to the cargo ramp. So, stay tuned for that. Now, are we going to refly it, the approach? Probably not. We'll get our numbers and then recap what we've learned. Because let's be real, there was quite a bit learned. Actually, I wonder if I should have been down on November. I don't know. Anyway, or all right, Lufthansa's maintenance area. Up ahead past the tanks, that big ramp, that is the Lufthansa cargo. 777s, they used to fly MD-11s and DC-10s. But we got to get past their ramp, past that multi-story building, and that's where some of the cargo parks used to have some across the airport, but there's so much changing here, it's hard to keep up with. So, but yeah, this was a big cargo area for Lufthansa. GEC was their code. And then we'll turn up here at November 15. Pick a spot, pick a spot, pick a spot, any spot. Also, you will be shocked if you ever fly this online. I wonder if the ETC is like VATSIM. Folks, you could have, I think, almost a 20 knot tailwind, and they'd want you on 1.8. Or crosswind, which today would be a good one. And, you know, I don't know if the real world does that or not, but boy, they do on VATSIM. All right, 225, I think, is what I used to park at in here. First thing I want to do, though, is kill landing lights. I don't think I'm going to get to 225. So why don't we just bring her in here? There we go, folks. Welcome to... Hang on. Got another clear to do. Another clear. All right, we're in the blocks. Apu is running. Stave trim to 6. Okay, transponder now standby. Okay. And let's get up here, make sure we're on the... Okay, we're on the GPU, we're on the bleed. Okay, and off with... Okay. All right, EFS, transponder, auto brakes all off, parking brake clock, electrical fuel switches off, passenger signs, and next time I'm going to try that. go ahead and throw that to Ox. By that I mean keep these off for the pushback and see if that helps. Fuel. Okay, there we go. We got the fuel pumps on. And off. Okay. Aircraft is secured.
The aircraft may be secure, but I think the pilots are a little more insecure.
Exactly. Tail stand in place, and we are waiting for the door. There you go. While we wait, because it is, I love this. I have no idea what fluid's coming out.
It's not a fluid, Mike. It's like they do it on real planes. It's just like exhaustion. It's just the like release of I get the air brakes to let these things go.
Huh.
Well,
I've never seen that on our ramp.
well,
Oh, well. Hey, doesn't matter.
that's what I was told. That's what I was told. It's just a simulation of releasing a pressure of the air brakes to open the doors.
So do you fly this?
Mm-hmm.
Questions. Get ready for it.
So,
Why
Oh,
does
boy.
it reject takeoff?
what do you got?
When we took off, it went into reject.
Go ahead.
When we took off in
now?
Gatwick, we got the power set, and then all of a sudden she went into a rejected. The brakes came on, and she stopped.
She did what?
It rejected.
Really? Really?
The other problem we had.
Have you updated lately?
This is the latest, greatest anniversary version. So.
Really?
We're gonna check for updates, but just curious. There's a lot of things that it did weird.
Right.
Just since you fly it, I thought I'd ask or have.
That's what. Yeah, well, I have. I just never experienced the rejected takeoff mode.
Yeah, if you feel brave enough, check the video. Probably about hour into it.
Okay.
That's about how long it took to get to the runway. We had other little issues. Oh yeah, the pushback.
Oh, pushback? Yeah, that's a fun thing. No.
So do theirs.
Yeah, do there. Yeah.
Because better pushback, I had to help it.
Better pushback will push you into the back of the outfield.
It was funny. I'll say in Memphis last week, it pushed me into a hangar.
That's what I'm saying. It pushes you way out in the middle of nowhere, no matter where you go.
I know it was unique. So, but anyway, but there we are, folks. We're here. I see we're out of the commercial, so everyone who's still here is here. Doesn't look like much, but hey. So that was it, folks. We actually got the freighter off the ground and not into someone's house.
Yay.
Yeah, we crashed last week.
Oh, God.
So I think I still truly believe we were overweight. So that's why I backed it off and went with 160,000 pounds this time. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's go into the details. Let's get this wrapped up because I can hear dinner's about to be called. Hang on a second. Clear. first off, since we were unable to file this with Mac Air, we don't have the airlines account. That kind of upset me that I started it that way. And that's one thing about Smart Car 3 I don't like. You cannot start it as an administrator, the sim.
Oh, you can't?
You cannot.
That's stupid.
And every time I do, it says you gotta start FSUIPC, not as an administrator or X. And it's aggravating. All right, so Elevate Tech. And again, folks, I am actually a alpha tester for this. 381 feet a minute. So we did just as well with this plane as we did with the MD-11 earlier today. Pretty good routing, it looks like. We'll see it on Sim Toolkit in a minute. Landed at 135 knots. A little slow, but that's good. And other times and all look good. So overall, looks like a pretty good flight. The official, that's usually hard as can be on me, Sim Toolkit. It's about the same too, 315, 316 at 135 knots. Now you can't because it's got the, but here's where it lost the localizer. And that was me trying to get back on it. So I don't know why it did that, but that's not on SSG. That's just something within the sims because it's happened on every sim I've ever flown. Complete the flight. Get our numbers. But overall, a good flight. Hey, better than the last time we flew, folks. We ended up in somebody's backyard with a big old 747 that they inherited.
Nope.
Okay, a 2-hour flight, 339 miles, 15,000, burned about the same amount of fuel as the MD-11, and however, we landed 1.1 G, so that's actually that's better than the other flight. So, pretty good flight, I have to say. And like the other flight, we landed early. Actually, no. We're just under 1,000 feet down the runway, so we were right where the marks were on the runway, because X-plane is U.S. markings. So they put them at 1,000 feet, the landing. So we actually hit this one pretty good, right on the center line. 0.14 feet off the center line. I'll take that any day. So overall, a really, really good flight. All right, folks, tomorrow we'll be back at it. We will be, let me see something. It says I can unload. Let's try it. Wait a minute. Wrong one. Wait a minute. Oh, it's this one. Okay, it lied. That's okay. No big deal, folks. We're here. We made it, and we're offloading. So for now, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Harrisburg back to Sanford for Allegiant, and then for Virtual American, San Francisco to Phoenix. So I really hope you all have a great day. God bless you all. We will see you hopefully tomorrow.